Hi, Satish. Can we start now? Continue.
Yes, yes, we will continue. Let the Amit join call.
All right. All right. Thank you.
I hope Rizvi, till now, whatever these people have completed, your team is very well able to grab it, right? Because the pace is also very low and they are trying to explain in detail. And even they are giving some opportunity for your PHN team to ask questions.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
We committed that. But
Okay. Yeah.
during the break, we have a few questions that raised by our executive. I think
Mhm.
they will push it out in the chat box. Yeah.
No
Yeah.
problem. You can send a separate mail for that to Ashish and Amit and keep me in CC. I will respond to that mail. Okay, we'll
Mhm.
respond to that
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But it was unfortunate that some of my staff they cannot verse in English, but they already prepared the question. I think just in a few moments they will raise up into the chat box. Yeah.
You no problem. Chat box is also fine. In this call also will be fine. So that
Okay.
interactive session will be there. If the point get closed within this session, that is fine. If it is not
Mhm.
closed, then in that case you can send a mail with those points,
No
and our
problem.
team will work on it. Okay. So okay.
Okay.
Amit,
No
just
problem.
continue. Okay. Amit,
Understood.
continue.
Thank you, Satish.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, okay. So I will share my screen. So before moving forward, do you want to execute one more products order so we can just go through with the same activity again? Or do we
Uh,
have any questions? Mhm.
Mr.
Yes,
Amit,
yes, please. Adi, sit.
Mr. Amit.
Yeah.
Actually, you sh you're sharing the process for the capture actual production hours.
Mhm.
So the first one for the first work center, you capture production hour based on total production hours you just input into the system. And the
Mhm.
second one, you show the production hours for the start and end. Is it both process can be done or actually for the PDI only we can use the start and end for the actual
Okay.
production
So
hours?
yeah. So I will go to the production order. So here you see for the first operations we have the task, then we have the work center, and then we have the machine as well. Because here we are performing the activity on particular machine that belongs to specific work center, right? But here in the second example, hence this is the quality inspection or PDI or whatever you can say that the employee is doing. We have not maintained the machines. Okay. So now if I'm going to hours accounting, what we did for the first operation first. So here we are giving the employee code. This is important because once we will give the any employee code here, then only system will allow to give us the labor time. Okay. And when we have the machine here, then only system will allow to capture the machine hour. Okay. So hence already work center and machine was mapped with the first operation. We just give one operator's employee code and then system allow us to give the labor time and machine time. And when we was giving the labor time, system is considering that the same time was spent for the machine as well. But again, we can change this as well because while giving the labor time, it's giving the pop-up whether you want to give the same machine time. Okay, and we can modify that as well. In the case of second operation, again we have to give the employee code here as an operator. And then you see here we have the only work center. Machine is missing. Okay. So that we are only capturing the labor time, not the machine time. Again, if we are given, suppose I have done the automate process and we are saying that, okay, on this day, I start the operation and this was my end time. Then system will calculate this. One more production order again we will execute. Okay. So to check this. Hope I clarified your question.
So actually, if we put the start time and end time, so system will calculate the labor hours, or
Yes.
we can also put the labor hours directly.
Yeah, we can directly put the labor hour also. Like
Ah.
whatever time was spent, we can book. So system will just consider that time for the calculation.
Okay. So how about if for the ones for the one work center but have a different task, but can we just update the start and end the process at the last task? Instead, we need to update every different stuffs.
Yes. So before completing the production order, suppose I have multiple operations here. We can just, yes, we can just perform those activities. And once the all operations completed, we can go and we can just update our one by one at one time. But for every operation, separately, we have to give the consumed hours for labor and machines. But this is not necessary to do that on that operation particularly. We can do at the later time also. But right now we are doing because just we want to see the end-to-end result. So that's why we are doing all the activity all together. But that is not needed in the actual scenario. We can do the later time also. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll just execute one more production order. Okay. So here we just remove that from the item routing. Okay. So we have only one operation for this WIP item. Okay. And we have a different work center. So first I will just release this. Okay. And here I have not changed that flag. Okay. Materials and hours. So we will keep the same. So we can see the impact. Okay. So now I will go to the action and then report operation because this is already ready to start. So the moment we will do the release to warehouse, automatically my first operation status will be ready to start. Then we will go here once that operation will be completed. We'll come here and then we will complete the quantity. Because we have only one operation, so immediately it's asking for the inventory posting, main item. Item is not controlled and automatically received. So we have just processed this activity, right? Now I will just complete this. I will just close this. Now I will go here. Hours accounting. So we have to complete that order also. So here on the header side, report order complete. Okay. because we have just updated the operation. Now we have to update the order also. So we have to just go here and we have to change the status as completed. Number of hours posted. Continue. Yes. Okay. Now the difference what you are asking, we will go to the, this is my production order. I am going and checking the orders. And see here we have the issue order, right? And that is already shipped. So this process, suppose for material backslash is checked, then this process will be automatically completed by system. The moment we will complete the operation, first operation, because we are issuing the material on the first operation. And then we can continue the next operation if we have. So I will close this. It's not updating here. It will automatically update to the cost sheet. Cost actual hours. Actually, here this was unchecked. This is the reason because in the item routing, manually I unchecked that to keep that manual process. Okay, no problem. Backslash we will see again in the different order. For this order, again, then we have to manually put that. So I will go here. So as you can see, we have completed the order also, but even though we can book the hours. So operator. And labor hours, I will just put suppose 30 minutes. Then it will ask. If I will say no, then it will give us the flexibility to manually give the different machine time. Okay. Then I will say 100%. And then I will just process this. Now we can close this. And now if I am checking cost, we have two reports. For material, we have a separate report. And parallelly, we will open the estimated versus actual hours cost. Now here you can see for this material, estimated quantity was 0.5 kg and estimated cost was 5.1005 and 3.8640. Estimated amount was 2.55 and 1.93. Actual quantity we consume same as 0.5 and actual standard cost is 16.54 and for the second item the cost is 12.52. Okay, and this is the cost for that particular item. So this is for material. We will go in the details also. When we are checking for the hours, quantity planned was 1, estimated hours was 1.5, actual was 0.35, estimated machine was also expected 1.5, actual machine hours is 35. And when we are checking the cost, the estimated labor cost, then we have the actual labor cost, we have estimated machine cost, then we have actual machine cost, then we have estimated overhead cost, and then we have actual overhead cost. Okay. So if we want to validate this, let me open the operation rates for this. I will just close all this, so this will be easy. First, we will validate the order number 342 because we have the raw materials. In the 43 items, we just issue the WIP item, and again we produce the next WIP item.
Mr. Amit, I have a question.
Mhm.
Let's say the completed of the process is required several process. Means for the first is they do the process for step 1 and step 2. So that there will be the WIP part. For the next, let's say for the next operation day, the next day, they continue the step for the step 3 and step 4 till the completed till become the FT. So the operation hours too, let's say we can add on another row since we did not complete it. Let's say we did not complete the production order and we add on the hours because of they have the two different timing to complete the part. Let's say for Monday they complete for the step 1 and 2 and they leave it as a WIP and following for the next day they completed the step 3 and 4 they become the FT. How the production order cater this kind of the process?
Let me try to explain if I understood correctly. I will go here again. This was our final finished product. Okay. And if I am checking the bill of material for this, so here we are saying that this is my final product. To produce this, I need these two materials. Okay. For producing this 655, again we have this plus symbol is indicating that we have the next level of BOM. So system is indicating that okay, if I want to produce this item, then we need this material. Okay. And these are the raw materials because there is no plus symbol. So this is the last level. Okay. So hence we are keeping the WIP item with the separate item codes. To produce that WIP item, we have to create the production orders for this 665 item for the demand quantities. And accordingly, then this raw material will be needed. So this raw material will be issued against the production order. And then we will complete this production activity and then stock will be available for 655. Okay. And once this is available, then this material will be used to produce the main finished items, which is sellable items. These are the WIP, intermediate production items. Same process we have to check for the item number 10. So we can see here, to produce the 602, we need the one WIP item, 604, and one raw material. Okay. But before that, we need to produce this 604. So to produce this 604, we need one more WIP item. For this indicating we have one next level of BOM. So again, this is a WIP item. We have to first produce this, then only we can produce this if inventory is not there. So to produce the 4BL_02 item, which is a WIP, we need these two raw materials. So basically, we have to create production order for this WIP item, and we have to buy these raw materials. Then we have to create production order for this intermediate item, 4BL, and we have to buy this material. Then we have to create one more production order to produce 604. After that, we have to create one more production order for 602, right, to produce. And then final production order will be for 5584. So in these scenarios, we have to create 5 production orders to get the finished goods. Is this clear? No question?
Okay, but let's say okay, let's say we are running the production for item, let's say 835604. This one.
Okay.
Okay. So if need have the 4 process to complete the in-house template. Okay, let's say 85604. But during the running, we only completed the actual process only 2%. Become the
Okay.
F to become the FI. The WIP is need undergoing for the 4 process. But on that particular
Okay,
day,
understood.
because of certain issue on our machine, we just running two process only. So the balance of the 4 process is need to running every another day. How to cater the actual hours in production
Okay,
order?
understood. Yeah, so I will tell you. Understood your question. So you are saying that we have the production order for example, 100 quantities, okay? And we start the first operation. And by end of the day, we just completed, for example, 15 quantities, okay? So in that case, what you have to do, you have to just go to the production order here. We will come here, report operation completed. I think it's already completed, so we'll go for that. Okay, this is active. Okay, so we can go with this. Yeah. So you have to come to that particular operation for which you have completed the partial quantity. And here you have to say, okay, planned input was, it will come as 100. Then you have to complete, for example, 15. Then you have to just put the 15 quantities, right? And then you have to say save. So automatically planned out will be updated for 15 quantities. Again, next day, when we will start the production, we can just do the production for remaining quantities and parallelly we can just complete it. So might be we can complete this full 100 quantity in 2 days or 3 days, whatever, depending on the capacity. Okay. Whatever partial quantities we have completed for the operation number 50, that quantity will be available for next operation. Okay. Now, when we are booking the hours, suppose first today I completed 15 quantity and I want to, at the end of the production hours, I want to complete that hours accounting also. So I have to go to the again production order, hours accounting. We can just put this times and then percentage completed. How much percentage we have completed. So there are two ways. Either I can per day update the hours accounting, or the moment I complete the 100 quantities and I have the production sheet where I have already maintained, okay, 15 quantity, 8 hours. Next day, 20 quantities, again 8 hours. So I have the data on the floor, right? Top floor. How much hours it took. I can just add those and I can put in the one line also. Or I can put in the different line for the same operation. So you can see here, I can just go and I can add. It will allow me to add again for the same operation.
Okay, okay, sure, okay, clear. Noted, thank you. Add another line for the hours. Okay.
Yes. Right.
Okay, thank you, thank you.
Okay, fine. So now we'll go for the 42. So we'll go for the already we opened this. So first we will check the raw material costing. Okay. So you see we have the mock amount as 6.8860. We'll just do the Excel. We can maintain this. So easily we can compare the values. Okay. So for _01 item code, we have the MAC as 6.8860. I will increase that one. When I am checking the second item _02, right, for PHN 42, our mock is 6.26. Okay. Now we'll go to the production order and material cost. So you can see for _02, my actual cost is showing 6.26, which is as per mock. But for first item _01, my actual cost is 8.2700. Okay. This difference is coming because for item _01, we have maintained when I am issuing apply 20% surcharge. Okay. So now we'll go here and we will calculate what will be the 20% for my mock. 20. Okay. And when I will add the production issue cost, current mock plus 20% surcharge, plus, you can see this is coming 8.2632. And my production cost on the report is showing 8.27. There is some rounding factors we have to check, but this is the amount how system is taking that for the production cost. Now you can see here system is showing estimated amount. Okay, so we can check from where it's coming. So we'll go 5.58 for _01 item code. We have the standard cost 5.58, 5.57. So you can see estimated cost for the _01 item code is coming 5.5783. Rounding factor will be 5.58. If the same thing, we will check for the second item. So the cost is 4.226. And here also it's coming 4.226. Okay. So this is the steps how, like, from where system is picking while creating the estimated cost, right? And once we have the issue the material, system will pick the costing method for that item. So for the raw material, we have the moving average. So while consumption, system is picking the mock for that item, and it's calculating the surcharge if we have applied for that on the issue process, and it's showing the values. So hope this is clear for the item costing, how system is picking the values when we are doing the production. Or any questions we have?
Mr. Hamid, just want to confirm that all the estimated production hour and estimated machine hour, that's all from our setup in telecost there. Or in at the figure is from telecost ke atau uh, can you hear that one?
Sorry, your voice is not clear. I didn't
Oh,
get what you were trying to say.
no, this variances
Okay.
can. So we have compare estimated cost versus actual cost. So the
Yes.
estimated cost is from the the multi-level cost set up from
Yeah.
the item data.
Yes.
Right.
So this estimate cost is coming. Whatever standard costing, cost schemes and everything we have maintained for that particular item. And this is coming based on our actual mock inventory. What we have inventory available, what is the current mock for that inventories, and whenever we will issue that material, accordingly it will calculate the amount.
Okay. But how about if the but because currently we have part proton, proton part they don't have the breakdown now for cycle time, manpower, machine rate, man hour, but they revise and they come with one figure only. They call short rate. The short rate is meant for all that one lah, which we get from the standard cost. So how we can, if we only one figure, how we can make this comparison, this
Okay.
variances?
So if we want to know the actual cost, then yes, we have to review our current work center and operation rates, whether this is correct or we have to revise. Point number one. Point number two, again, to capture the accurate or actual hour, I will not say accurate, actual hours, we have to review our item routings, whatever setup time or the production cycle time we have maintained for that particular item, and we can try to modify that if it's not accurate, so that if the these two data are properly maintained in the system. And when we are correctly capturing the hours, consumed hours on the shop floor, and we are updating in the system, then only we will get the benefit from this process. Then system will correctly show us, okay, what was the actual and what was the estimated versus actual. If my either routing or operation rates are not properly updated to the data setup, the system will wrongly updated the estimated cost for that item and production order, and actuals will be also incorrect. So yes, data should be very much reviewed and it should be correct to get the correct result.
Correct, videos. Okay. It's cool. So we have no choice now. We have to break it down lah. The figures, the all the shop rate currently we have to break down juga lah. In the routing, the cycle time to be to break down lah to the all the production hour, machine hour, and all that lah. On the rate lah. We don't have any option lah. I mean like that lah. Meaning that we don't have any option lah. We cannot put just one short rate to compare one standard rate compared to the actual rate. Cannot lah. Must break down lah.
Zul tak clear lah. Kau tanya apa Zul?
Macam ni.
Suara putus saja.
Yeah. Biasa suara tak okey lagi sangat. sorry. Currently Proton ni dia ada satu short rate je untuk represent number of manpower, manpower rate, cycle time, number of machine rate. Dia ada benda tu semua biasanya kita ada breakdown. Ini kita dapat satu cost kan, operation cost. Tapi currently dia Proton dia boleh satu rate je. Dia panggil short rate. Jadi itu dah inklusif semua untuk semua. Short rate tu untuk every task dia lah. Untuk stamping task, untuk assembly task. So jadi macam mana kita nak masukkan dia dalam untuk jadi standard cost nanti, untuk jadi estimate amount untuk compare dengan actual. Faham tak?
Yang kau punya is sales quotation.
Dalam quotation
Sebab
sekarang
itu sales quotation different. Ni production punya standard costing. Is actual whatever yang kita pakai lah.
So sekarang ni yang dalam sistem tu, yang apa dalam routing tu nak remain situ je lah. Tak nak tallykan dengan quotation.
Kenapa nak kena tally dengan quotation?
Yelah nanti mestilah kena.
Kena review lah. Tak, actually kena review. Whatever yang kita sekarang ni, machine rate yang ada dalam ban kita, apa standard costing, kita kena review. Is it dia takkan sama dengan apa benda yang machine rate kau quote customer. Should be kita punya lower daripada apa yang kau customer ni lah. Kau tak macam mana nak profit. Betul?
Yelah.
So jangan campur aduk. Sini is standard costing. Ni apa yang kita set untuk kita punya machine rate, whatever, internal punya costing. Yang kau quote customer, kau bagi apa? Contohlah Proton dah fixkan machine rate etc. Tu is tu dia minta kau pakai untuk ke quotation side, betul? So dia tak ada kaitan dengan kat sini. Ni production order punya ni.
Oh, ya ke? Okey lah. So, nak kena review juga untuk balik. Sebab takkan nak lari jauh ke multi-level cost, nak lari jauh dengan cost dalam
Tak. Jangan confuse. memang kena review. Tapi takkan lari jauh tu, bergantung pada ni lah. Kalau dah actual kau memang spend lagi tinggi daripada apa yang kau put, so kau nak mana-mana. Memang kena review.
Okay. Alright.
Proceed, Mr. Amit, Mr. Asish.
Okay. So now we just discussed about the material costing, how system is building the cost for the production order. Now we'll go with the hours accounting, how system is calculating the cost. So for that, we will just open the work center master. Okay, so as we can see on the production order, we have used the work center 25 units. So we have this operation rate for work center. Now we will go to the report. So here system is showing labor cost as 474. And if you see the hours time, estimated hours was 0.42. And actual man hours was 30 hours actually. We worked. So if I am going to work center, and we can just capture the price for direct labor, our cost is 15.8. For machine, the cost is 45.136, and overhead is 35 pence. Is this much. Okay. Now my actual man hours are 30 hours. Okay. And actual machine hours are also 30 hours. So this is coming 474. And if I will go to the cost, this is coming, actual labor hours is coming 474. Okay. Then actual machine cost is coming 1350. This is same. And same thing with the overhead cost. $1071. So this is the way how system is calculating the actual hours what we have logged in the house accounting. Okay. The same thing when we will check for the second operation. So for second operation, our work center was UI 001. So here we just maintain the labor rate only, that is 15.8. The actual hours was on the production order. Calculate this. It's coming, sorry, 79. So here you can see actual labor is coming 79. Since we have not captured machine and overhead, system is not showing the right. So this is the way how system will calculate the actual cost for the man and the machine, depending on the operations and what setup we have maintained for that. Here we have any question?
Hello, Mr. Ami.
Yes.
Okay, so this kind of setup only applicable if we are antique for the backflash, is it? Backflash hours.
Yes, yes, yes. So on
But-
production orders, hours booking should be manual. Otherwise, what system will do? I will give me 1 minute. Otherwise, what system will do? It will say estimated labor cost 6.64. Actual labor cost will be also 6.64. Because system is understanding that whatever routing we have maintained, that is accurate, and accordingly hours will be booked for that order.
Okay, but the setup, is it any main setting we need to adjust, or because you show us sample for the one purchase, one production order, so is it any main setup we need to adjust? So
Yes, yes,
automatic.
yes. There is one
Can you
setup.
show us?
So here we have mentioned for the backflushing method, automatic, manual, or interactive. And then we have mentioned the labor type also. Again, there are 3 setups. One is this. Then I will show you the second setup where we have to maintain the data. Job shop, item production, and then item production. As I showed you, for the second production order also, even though on the header backflush was on, right? But backflush was not happening. I can show you that order first. This order we tried the backflush, right? Because on the header, the backflush was checked, right? But on the line, the backflush was off. Okay. Yeah. This is because in the item routing, here we have the option for the backflushing. So if this is off, then system will not do the backflushing for the operations. And for material, it will continue. Is this clear? If needed, again, we can revisit what exactly setup will be needed to implement in the production environment if we are going ahead with this. Any other question?
Mr. Amit, related with surcharge,
Yeah.
there has issue and receipt, right?
Yes.
So for example, for example, landed cost when we receive using the purchase order, so it already calculate the landed cost in inventory valuation. Okay. But
Yes.
for example, we transfer the warehouse, we transfer the part from the receiving to production. So is it there will also add additional receipt calculation, or we just receipt on the first receipt only?
Yeah. So it's depend. Okay. So I will go to the surcharge. So as you can see, this can be my finished good item also. So we have two options here: receipt and issue. So suppose I want that, okay, whenever I am doing the issue process, and on that also I want to calculate some surcharges, then we have to maintain that data. If I maintain for the issue process, then whenever I am issuing that material item, automatically the surcharge will be applied on that. And when we have maintained for the receipt process, then whenever I am doing the receipt, at that time, this will be applicable. So according to our requirement, we have to maintain the surcharge for that item with the booking triggered process. Like whether we want to apply the surcharge, whether it's receipt process or whether it's on to process or on the both process. So it's depend on the our requirement or what steps or at what transaction process we want to apply the surcharge for that item. It can be both as you are. It can be issue or it can be receipt or it can be both. And also surcharge can be based on my item group. Okay. So instead of maintaining the item wise surcharge, if we have a flat surcharge for that particular item group, then we can directly maintain at the item group. Also, we have the warehouse options here. I just want to apply the surcharge for when I am doing the transactions for particular warehouse, then we can maintain here. So then accordingly system will work. So suppose I have maintained here one warehouse as PHN 12. So whenever I am issuing or I am receiving this material in PHN 12 warehouse, the surcharge will be applicable. But again, when I am receiving the material in PHN 42 and that warehouse data is not maintained here in the next data, then whenever I am doing issue or receipt for this item in PHN 42 warehouse, surcharge will be not applicable. So right now we have just model on the items, but we have the flexibility. We can maintain warehouse wise, we can maintain group wise, item wise.
And one thing I just want to add, because you have seen all the logistic process as of now, right? So every process, whatever Amit has shown, will have the impact on the financials also. Okay. So even we talked about this surcharge at the in the morning session, right? In the first half session, where we have seen that the inventory is valued, and your inventory valuation will also get impacted with any additional cost, whether it's a surcharge or your landed cost. Okay, so your inventory valuation will also get impacted accordingly based on the value of the surcharge or the landed cost. Clear? So, Amit, what are the production order numbers so that I can just show them the financial? You have
Yes.
process, right? These are already completed one, right?
Yeah. So one
Yes.
production order is completed. 343.
ITT 343. Yeah, just wanted to show that. Then maybe 1 second. Let me ITT, right? It is
Yes.
ITT triple zero three
30
four three
343.
triple zero three four three. Yes. Thank you. Yeah, I'm sharing my screen. So
Okay, while Ashish checking, Amit, what is
yeah,
the purchase order that is manual and auto backflash? 343 is manual, right? And 342 is auto backflash, right?
342. Okay, the backflash you are talking about, right?
So 343, the production order is on manual, right? And
Uh,
342 is auto,
Auto.
or I mean backflashing, right?
Backflash.
no, actually, 342 and 343. So Ashish, it's better you go with the 342.
342. Okay.
343 also we tried with the backlash, but as just now I showed, if
Mm-hmm.
in the item routing we have unchecked the backflush, so
Backflash.
even though on the header backflush was on, it will not work. So by that way, we can just control whether I want to do backflushing for material and hours, or I just want to backflush material only. So I think in
Okay.
the 4.3 also we did we manually book the hours accounting only. But yeah, we can just check the financial transaction with 342. So we have two
Mhm.
options there.
Okay, see. Okay, thanks, Amit. So I'm not talking about purchase, production order, receipt or issue because these are only the material. So we will talk about the additional cost. So if you see, these are the receipt transactions and these are the issue transactions, right? So you have issued the material from the raw material warehouse to your work center. And once you complete it, because these production order are already completed, so you have received this material into your final means finished product. So if you see, 1 second, let me show you. You will have the contra entry in the warehouses also. Okay, so warehouse receipt is this one. So integration transaction. So these are like, this is the warehouse where you will receive your finished product. Okay. So once the production order means when you are issuing the material, right? So what will happen? System will trigger this production order issue. Production order issue would be here, right? And along with this, you will have the warehouse issue transactions also. If I go there, you will have, okay, it is against warehouse. Just 1 second. Warehouse is there, or you have received it. Okay, warehouse is not, is still not issued. Okay, backflashing is there, right? So, okay, so it was backflash. So you will have this. Now, if you see these cost, these are your operation costs, routing cost. Okay, if you see all the operation cost, if I filter it out by this way, if I filter it, so these are your operation cost. And if you want to see what is the cost component or from where it has caught up, so you can see it here. So it is cost component of mix. Mix has the, that is a part of operation cost only. So mix is there. If you remember, Amish showed you the multi-level BOM calculation where you have seen the different cost components. And this cost component is DIL. Okay. Based on the cost components, you will get multiple lines here. So because why you are getting these lines? Because you can have different GL accounts if you want, right? No, it's not mandatory. If you want, then you can have it. This is Mac. So in nutshell, what I mean to say is, along with this, you will have the operation cost triggered on the production order, and it will again be going to your production WIP. Okay. So that means you are building up the cost in the production WIP, right? So you all the cost will be debited to your production WIP account. Means in the inventory valuation also it will be under your work in progress, and financially also it will be under production WIP. And once you complete it, you will have this cost move to your FG item. Means you will credit this the cost of operation cost, and you will debit your total inventory FG cost. And if you what Amit has done is Amit has surcharge on the issue and receipt also. So when you are having it, you will see that surcharge receipt transaction has also got triggered. Okay, and it will again be in the credit part of coverage cost. Okay, so right now I can see that there are not a mapping scheme. So you need to find, you need to discuss internally that to which GL account you want to map these transactions. Okay, that is the main objective why I'm showing this. You should know that, okay, you can go, means after this session, you can go and drill down in the session, find out these transactions and see which GL account from your accounting perspective, which GL account should get impacted at what moment of time. Okay, which IDT should have which GL accounts, because it is completely PHN decision or business decision that which account I should map it. What account should go to my WIP production order or what should go to my covered surcharges. Okay, currently there are few IDTs which do not have the uh, what we say GL accounts mapped. And one thing, this is the last line if you see of operation cost. This is the labor cost. These are the labor cost also. If you see, these are interim transit people, interim transit people. So if I select this line, I will get the coverage cost, means the absorbed cost on the pupil also. Just 1 second, let me show this. If you select this line and you go to reconciliation data, and here see it is pupil WIP hours. So this would be the IDT triggered when you perform any labor activity or workforce activity on the production line. So depending on the your routing, means your rate or labor code, you will have these transactions triggered. Okay, so if I filter it on today's date, so the people is operator. So if you have different employees, you will get those things. So on today's date, you can see these are the transactions triggered. Okay, these are the labor rates that has been triggered. So this transaction triggers based on the pupil, this one operator, who is the labor out there. Okay, and here you can see different lines are there. Again, I'm sure that maybe the mapping is not present for this. So we need again to have the uh, uh, it is very slow today. I don't know. Yeah. So here, let me see if we have the map specific transaction. Oh, it's loading. I think my network is not I don't know why it is still loading. Okay, let it be. So you got my point, right? What I mean to say. So your labor cost will be triggered on this coverage cost again. Covered operation cost. Okay, like surcharges, it will also be credit here, and all this cost will form a part of your COGS. Once oh, it is already mapped, I think you already have the GL account. Okay, so all this cost will build up the COGS when you make the sale of the finished product. When you make the sale of the finished product, all this coverage cost will will depend and will build up your COGS. Okay. Does that make sense or any confusion on that? If you see, you have already mapped this, so I don't think you need to map any. It is also already used as variance. You have mapped. Okay, you have cost of sales. So this is cost of sales only. You have already mapped it. I don't think that you need to worry about it, but yeah, for the surcharges, you need to have the mapping. So is it, yeah,
Mr.
please.
Ashish,
Yes.
at this moment, all under this WIP hours is being mapped to material usage variance. So I just told or discussed with Mr. Hadi, maybe on the surcharge, etc., maybe can be mapped to new ledger
New.
account, but this one subject to
Discussion.
finance discussion, yeah, detail. But
Right.
the intention is maybe mapping to new account, new ledger account.
Yes,
Because
yes, we can.
currently, because currently is too many transaction under this ledger account. So to trace etc. is quite difficult lah.
Difficult.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. I agree with you. So see, the intention of this session is to tell you that what new transaction will get triggered, and then it's your decision which GL account you want. So we can map it. Okay, based on the GL accounts, which you will say that, okay, I want to map this GL account for this IDT. We'll map it. You will test it, and then if everything works fine, you get your PNL values correctly, right? So we can finalize that mapping.
Okay, understood.
So maybe after this session, you can have your internal discussion on the mapping, like how do you want to map all the transactions. So all your, I just wanted to show that, okay, whatever operations he has performed, the material cost goes to receipt and issue, and the operation cost goes to your production order operation cost.
Ashish.
Yes.
Hello, Ashish.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not the finance guy, sorry. But I noted this only just mentioned this 10014052 is the ID, document type, etc. But just one question, how to relate this to part number?
Part number, if you want to see, finance people will understand that under logged element, you will always have the part number will be there. So this is a main item which you are producing. Okay. Under this, you can have this item is your material. Okay. So finished product is this one, and this is the bomb item. So for this, I'm issuing to produce this material. I'm issuing this line item. Okay. This is the material that is issued, and every line should have different. If you have different, sorry, if you have different items, number of items in the form, so you will have different items material in that. So your finished product will be same. Okay, this is same. Two lines are there, so you will have that one. So here from here, the finance people can understand. Okay, this is the item, and they can map the GL based on the item or item group, whatever they want. So they have the item groups also. They have the main item, and they can have the bomb item also, the child item. Yeah.
Child item. So
Yes.
let's say, okay, you go on top, there is the main item, right?
Yes.
So what is the cost per piece?
The cost of this you will not see out here right away because this is the production order. So the build-up cost will be shown separately. But when you make the sales order, then you will see the final product uh, of the final cost, because see, you have multiple receipts, so you can club all the values. You see production order receipt, right? Okay. So this is the, if you club up, you will get the final value. And if you want to see the cost of end item, okay, that we can show it here. It is there. I mean, it is in cost common, right? The end item cost on the production only, manufacturing, job shop.
Yes, 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 sir.
Where is that? Uh,
That
in the
we can go
production
to the production order section.
production order, right? Okay. 343. I'll show you that where you can find it. All orders. Okay. References, where I can find that. Cost.
Go to yeah, no, not to. Go to the production order only, main program.
Main session, okay. From here.
Then references, cost.
Cost. Okay. This is the end item cost. Okay. So if you want to see what is the my end item cost, so you can see out here. Okay, so these are different operation cost, and this is the surcharge.
Once we will close the order, the actual amount will be
Come.
updated.
Yes, you will have the final cost of that.
Uh, when you're talking about the closed production order, so the cost will be finalized. So
Mhm.
in terms of costing wise, is it important? I think it's important to close the PO during the month of the transaction.
Yes, if you want to close the production order, whatever POs are linked with that production order, those also needs to be closed. You have to close the purchase order linked with this production order.
No, what I mean is, for example, okay, today you create production order on 23rd July, for example.
Yes, yes.
And then for whatever reason, the PO only can be closed in August, 1st August lah, for example. Okay, so when you do close the PO in August, 1st August, so the cost only will be captured in August instead of July, suppose July, correct?
No, it's a small correction here.
So please clarify. Yeah.
So against purchase order, once we have received the material, we have the inventory. Okay. So there is no linkage because we can have multiple purchase orders by which we can inventorize the raw material, and we can issue that material for the production. Okay. So when we are doing the production order, there is no linkage with the purchase order for that production order. So without closing the purchase order also, we can close the production order. There is no need to wait for the PO closure. Because we can have multiple suppliers by which we can buy the material, right? And the same material we can use for the production. So there is no linkage. Like system will not go and check whether my purchase order is closed or not because system doesn't know which purchase order inventory was used.
Yes,
We are
purchase
not
order.
checking that. That checking not there. I'm trying to say it.
Yeah, I understood on the purchase order, but on the production order, I'm talking about the production order closing time period. The cost, for example, across the month, So the cost, for example, you do the production in July, but you close in August for whatever reason. So the cost of that production order will be captured in August, correct?
Yes. Because the time when our order is even in the complete status, it's allowing us to do some changes, right? So once we are close the production order, then we cannot modify anything, right? Like as I told you, already my order was complete, and then it was allowing me to do some adding some our accounting length, right? So this is the reason why once my order is closed means everything is finalized, and then system will calculate the cost for the end item. So yes, you are correct. We have to, with this your example, once we will close the production order in August, then only we'll come to know that, okay, what was the end date of cost, even though we have completed that in the July.
So,
Okay,
Mr.
thank
Amit,
you.
so Mr. Amit, I mean the triggering point for the system capture the cost to the finance is when the production order close, is it? So,
No.
when the
As you
production
already
order
noticed,
still
Ashish already told you, right? Before closure also, the financial transaction NG has been happened, right?
Right, right. So after closure, what will happen? It will only post the variances. Suppose you have an estimated cost and the actual cost is there. So on the closure of the production order, it will just process the variance. If any is there, suppose you estimated 100 MIR for your labor, but actual is 120 MIR. So where this 20 needs to go, it will go to the variance and you need to tell that, okay, whether it should get uploaded to the inventory or it should get to your P&L account. So if the inventory is not consumed completely, it will post it to that the inventory cost. Otherwise, it will post to your under the head of COGS, it will post to the P&L. So closure will not impact your basically the cost means that has already flown to the financials, but it will trigger the variances if any. Okay. So closure is for sure required to get the clear picture of the costing.
okay. So for example, one production order. So based on your recommendation, is it we supposed to open the one production order per week or one production order per month?
But I don't
Sorry,
think
come
we
again.
need any specific condition for this. They are asking that whether they want one production order per week or one production order per month.
Yeah, actually, it's dependent totally on patient team, like how we are managing our software. From system point of view, I'm not seeing any restrictions. Like based on your cycle time for that production order, you can decide how much
Yeah.
quantity you want to keep and how you want to close that.
I have the question. Let's say for your advising, currently, patient for the ordering, we have to receive from our customer, the forecasting ordering is for 1 month basis. They give, our customer will give the forecast ordering for the 1 month quantity. And after that, we need to comply by the daily requirement. So for let's say for your advising, it should be our production order is cater for the whole month, the 1 month forecasting ordering from our customer, or the requirement on the daily basis, daily plan and our production. Any idea how to create the production order on the daily basis, weekly, or just a 1 month lump sum ordering that forecasting
Yeah,
we have received?
yeah, understood. So actually, patient team has to see whether I just want to on a daily basis. If you want to go, then that much on the daily basis you have to create the production orders, right? And if you want to avoid that, and if you have a demand for that much quantity, and you know the capacity in 1 month, how much quantity I can produce, then just you can go ahead and you can create only one production order for that much quantity, and then the same production order you can continue. And as I showed you in the demo, whatever quantity you are producing on the daily basis, system will allow you to book that quantity against that operation, and that quantity will be available for the next operation to start over. But actually, we didn't know the detailed process, how you are managing your shop floor. So you guys have to decide. But both can be possible. If you want to avoid the multiple work order creation, then yes, you have to close that also. If you want to avoid that, then you may go for the 1 month one production order based on your either demand or your capacity. Because suppose my capacity is 200, but my demand is only 100. So obviously I will create the production order for 100. My demand is 400, but my capacity is producing 200 per month. Then might be I will create one production order for 200 quantities, and then for the full month I will continue with that production order only. And on the daily basis, I can just report the operation completed quantity. If my lead time is more than 8 hours or whatever, then yes, we can report the quantity on the alternate date also. So this is the thing, how you want to manage, how you want to reduce your system works. This depends on that, how you create the production orders.
Yeah. And basically it
Because
depends on the business, like how do you want to have it on the shop floor? What is the cycle time
yes,
and how you want to
right.
use your manpower?
Okay, sure. Thanks for the advice.
Okay. Uh, any more questions? Or then I think, Amit, tomorrow we can do the next part of sales, right? We can make the sales for this
Yes,
and
yes,
then I can show the COGS for this. Right. And then at the last we can have the Q&A session, like how, if anything is pending or any doubts from today's session, right? We can cover it up.
yes.
Okay, Mr. Rizvi, any questions or any
Yes,
doubts on
okay.
this?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, okay. I think we're
concluding.
going to. I think
Yeah,
we're going
before
to try. I think
Ye-
we're going to try a few of the
Yes,
steps.
yes,
I
yes,
don't know. I don't know.
yes.
Okay. Possible yes, but can you provide us the Excel sheet, because I think the one is for us to we can refer. Can, right?
Yes, 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 we can send you
Mm,
that. And I would suggest just do a small simulation also on your end.
mm,
So it will be more
mhm,
clear that, okay, what transactions are getting triggered from the finance perspective also and from the logistics side also. What should be
mhm.
my cycle time and all those things, where to maintain. So you will get confidence on that because you have the UAT also and you will be doing it. But yeah, you can start doing practicing it. So
Okay, so before concluding, I just want to raise few points. So Rizvi and my PHN team, I hope whatever 4 hours Amit and Ashish gave the training or demo, I think you are very well now confident how system behaves and how system will go with the costing. Rizvi or any of the team members.
Yes. Okay. From my opinion, to me, from the business point of view, if it covers. Okay, because I also question just now regarding about what is the gap. So I did saw that there is actual and also there is standard. I think from the product from the beginning, creating of sales, and then creating of purchase order, and nanti production order completed. Uh, from our opinion, the business process is there, and we can get the itemized end cost of parts, yeah, and also the standard cost, yeah. But yet, we need to go for practice, yeah, because there is a lot of steps, yeah, there is a lot of steps, and this is our first day of knowing it and exploring it. I just doubt that is there any point of in between the business process, because a lot of things needs to be remembered. Is there any how to say, so a shortcut or any things that we can get the result upon a part of doing a lot of module pressing, yeah, clicking. So what is your opinion about this? Yeah. Or we need to or we need to keep always practicing, then we become familiar.
Yeah, Rizvi, I just want Ashish, you can add on top of me. Okay. Rizvi, for anything which is new for us, definitely we need to practice it. Okay. Because and anyhow, you have this 4 hour session recorded with you. Okay, with all of you. So if you go once, twice, or the 3 times with this recording, and if you practice it definitely fourth time on your you can do it on yourself without referring this recording. Okay, so practice is the most important thing for all PHN team. Second point, as informed early yesterday also, today also, that whatever these people have given you the inputs in these 4 hours, you need to PHNT need to work and practice it today, and tomorrow you need to come with the list of queries or issues, whatever you experienced, okay, during today's practice, so that that can be addressed after tomorrow's session, after completing tomorrow's sessions. And at the same time, during tomorrow's session also, if you have any queries, just note it down within the session so that that can also be addressed after completing tomorrow's session. Ashish, you want to add anything?
Yes, yes, you are correct, Satish, on this. So, see, don't be disheartened. Like it is just matter you are seeing the system from the first time. Okay, you are feeling it complicated, but no, it is not. If you will do one or two transactions, you will feel confident on it. Okay, so it is like first time when you see anything, you feel like okay, it is very complicated. No, it is not like that. You do one transaction on your own, see the recording, and once you do that, you will feel confident on it. And if any issues are there, tomorrow again we are meeting, and anyways we are getting associated for longer time to for the next part also. So wherever you get stuck, just let us know. Okay, so we will help you out until the time you get confidence on this, right? So don't feel like okay, it is complicated, we need time. Yeah, for sure, but hands on is must. If you don't do the hands on, you may miss it. Okay, so as Satish shared, after this call, you can spend 1 hour on seeing the recording and doing some transaction. That would be helpful.
Yeah. So second point, Rizvi, I just want to understand from the to understand how this training went. So out of 1 to 10, 10 is the best, 1 is the lowest. How
you
wha-
you should have
yeah.
taken when we were not in front of them, right? You are taking the feedback in front of
Yes, I know, I know. The four, the
Hello.
four, the four
No, no,
quadrant,
no. Because
A,
I'm
B,
very
C,
much
D. I
no,
don't
no.
know. It's too early. It's too early.
I am very much transparent and open. Okay. I don't want to hide anything from anyone else. Because if they said no today's session, as far as today's session is concerned, if they say okay, you are at a 7 point out of 1 to 10, then definitely we need to improve 1 or 2 points more to get their major count more familiar with them. That is the only reason. Okay.
See, if you want to have any feedback for me or Amit, just tell us frankly. We'll incorporate those changes. Like suppose, just example, if we are too fast, or sometimes we are not getting, you are not getting our accent or what word we are making you understand. So you can just put up the things next in the next session. We'll try to fix those issues.
Okay. One last thing. I think Atish or Satish, okay. Uh, a few of our colleagues, okay, so mentioned that okay, it is good, but something that to be remembered. So it's good to have some uh, hard copies, for example. Okay, but instead, if this, I think is this possible? I'm not sure. Uh, okay. It's just that in the Excel, right? So maybe you can provide us the module which need to be to be clicked in so that we can remember this down? Possible?
No, actual reason that's why earlier also explained. Okay, this is the reason why we have recorded this section. Okay,
Yes,
you are
yes,
asking
yes.
for the user module. Okay, user module is not a part of our SOW. Okay, and I would suggest instead of going with the user module, you go with the recording. And whenever you do this recording, now you prepare user module on your own. That will be more easy and beneficial for your team and you, so that you will understand, okay, what we have done and how we need to proceed further, instead of taking for ready-made everything from others. That's what I would suggest. Anyway, that document definitely we won't be able to provide. But yes, I think Ashish have already informed that, okay, he will forward that Excel sheet which you asked for, and definitely we can go through it.
All
Okay.
right, all right.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you. We will meet tomorrow again. Okay.
Okay. Tomorrow
Thank you.
at 2:50, yeah? I think
Yeah.
so.
Whatever you send my meeting invite, accordingly we will
All
share.
right.
We will.
Okay.
Okay. Okay,
All
Ashish.
right.
Thank you. Thanks, Amit. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.